the boy who screamed his way to millions. The loudest man on the internet once cried in complete silence, not because he lost, not because he failed, but because the person standing in front of him was Cristiano Ronaldo. 70,000 people filled the stadium in Portugal. Cameras flashed from every direction. Fans screamed his name. Yet, in that overwhelming moment, Darren Watkins Jr., better known to the world as ishowspeed, forgot about the cameras, the millions of followers, and the fame. His lifelong hero was walking toward him. The moment Ronaldo smiled, Speed couldn't hold back the tears. For millions watching online, it looked like a dream coming true, but very few people know what it actually took to reach that moment. To understand why the loudest creator on YouTube suddenly became speechless, we have to go back to a tiny bedroom in Cincinnati, Ohio. The year was 2019. There were no sponsorships, no millions of subscribers, no luxury houses, no sold-out stadiums, just a cheap microphone, an old gaming chair, and a 15-year-old kid pressing the go live button every single day. 5 people watched, sometimes fewer, sometimes nobody. Most people would have quit after a week. Speed didn't. He streamed for 6 hours, then 8, then 10. Every single day he screamed at FIFA like thousands of people were watching. But almost no one was there. His room was messy. Dirty clothes covered the floor, empty cans stacked beside his desk. A faded Cristiano Ronaldo poster hung on the wall. He looked at that poster every day before going live. Because Ronaldo represented something bigger than football. He represented impossible dreams becoming reality. At home, life wasn't perfect. His father wasn't around. His mother worked hard to support the family. She didn't understand why her son screamed at a computer for hours. But she understood one thing. He refused to give up. While millions of teenagers spent their evenings scrolling through social media, Darren was betting everything on a future nobody else could see. Back then, streaming wasn't glamorous. Thousands of creators went live every minute. Almost all of them disappeared forever. The algorithm rewarded perfection. Perfect lighting, perfect editing, perfect personalities. Speed had none of that. He wasn't polished, he wasn't calm, he wasn't trying to be anyone else. He was simply himself. And that would change everything. One afternoon, while playing FIFA, an opponent typed a message into the chat. Cristiano Ronaldo is finished. For most people, it would have been harmless trash talk. For Speed, it was personal. His face changed instantly. He leaned closer to the screen. His voice became quiet. Don't talk about Ronaldo like that. The opponent kept typing. Another insult, then another. Seconds later, the internet witnessed something it had never seen before. Ronaldo is the GOAT! He screamed so loudly the microphone distorted. His glasses slipped off. His desk shook. The monitor nearly fell over. It wasn't fake. It wasn't planned. It was pure emotion. Millions of people online couldn't stop watching. Because unlike everyone else, this wasn't content. This was real. That single clip exploded on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The algorithm finally noticed him. 5 viewers became 50. 50 became 500. 500 became 10,000. Then came 100,000. Then 1 million. The boy nobody knew had suddenly become the loudest person on the internet. But fame came faster than anyone expected. Every stream became bigger. Every reaction became louder. Every mistake became global news. People expected him to be crazy every single day. The louder he became, the more the audience demanded. Soon, Speed wasn't just entertaining millions. He was trapped by their expectations. Behind the scenes, things looked very different. After 10-hour streams, he sat alone in silence. His voice disappeared. His body was exhausted. Sometimes he stared at the wall for hours. The audience only saw the funniest moments. They never saw the pressure, because the internet rewards consistency, not recovery. If Speed slowed down, someone else would replace him. So he kept running. He released music. He traveled the world. He played football with legends. He entered boxing events. His song World Cup reached millions of listeners. His live streams broke records. Everywhere he went, crowds followed. It looked like the perfect life. But success has a hidden cost. Sometimes during live streams, the energy disappeared. The smiling entertainer suddenly broke down. He cried. He apologized. He ended the stream. 10 minutes later, he came back laughing again, because the show had to continue. The audience rarely realizes that becoming famous doesn't erase loneliness. Sometimes, it amplifies it. Then came the day he had imagined for years. Portugal, the stadium tunnel. Cristiano Ronaldo was only seconds away. For once, speed wasn't screaming. His hands trembled. His breathing became heavier. I can't believe this. The tunnel doors opened. Cristiano Ronaldo walked in. Time stopped. The man whose posters once covered Speed's bedroom wall was standing only a few feet away. Ronaldo smiled. Speed broke into tears. Not loud tears, quiet tears. The kind that come after years of believing something impossible. The two embraced. Millions watched, but nobody watching truly understood what they were seeing. This wasn't simply a fan meeting his idol. This was a dream refusing to die. For years, people laughed at the loud kid from Ohio. Now, his hero knew his name. Everything suddenly made sense. The lonely streams, the endless screaming, the criticism, the sacrifices, every painful moment had led to this embrace. Today, ishowspeed is no longer just a YouTuber. He's a global brand. Millions wear his merchandise. Millions listen to his music. Millions wait for every live stream. He owns businesses, signs sponsorship deals, travels across continents. But beneath all the success, he's still the same kid who loved Cristiano Ronaldo more than anything. Sometimes he watches clips from his earliest streams, the tiny room, the broken microphone, the 5 viewers. He smiles because he remembers exactly where it started. Most people think success comes from fitting in. Speed proved the opposite. He didn't become famous because he acted normal. He became famous because he refused to. In a world full of creators trying to look perfect, he chose to be authentic. He screamed when everyone else whispered. He celebrated harder. He cried harder. He believed harder. And that's exactly why the world couldn't ignore him. The loudest man on the internet wasn't born famous. He was just a kid from Ohio who loved Cristiano Ronaldo enough to scream until the whole world finally listened. And maybe that wasn't madness after all. Maybe that was the sound of destiny.